in a week from today, well, in 6 days from now, and in 7 days from now, I got tickets to see Julien Baker in Toronto. And technically I have tickets for both days. So I have one ticket for the Tuesday, the 1st, and then I have one ticket for Wednesday, the 2nd. It was offered. I was on a wait list, and you only get 20 minutes to decide. And I got a ticket for the Wednesday, and I was like beyond. And then they offered me another one on the Tuesday, and they were like, you have 16 minutes before we give it to someone else. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna buy it. I don't know which day I want to go. And then I had a thought, like, what if you go to both? I have been trying to see Julien Baker for years. For 5 years. For 5 years. 5 years. She popped into my world. I was on Instagram, in the backyard, on a tree stump, just living life, meditating, talking to spirit. And her face on Instagram, it wasn't her music, it was her face on the explore page, just like got me. And I tried listening to her music in that moment, and I believe I started with, I think I started with Sprained Ankle. And like, it didn't really vibe. It takes me a long time to like get into new music. Like I'm very resistant at first, for the most part. So I tried listening to Sprained Ankle, and I was like, I just kind of connected. I was just like connecting with her face, you know, went through her Instagram, and I was like, okay, I'm not really vibing with your music, but there's just like something about this human that I'm just very attracted to. And that is the beginning of my love affair with Julien Baker. Tried to go see her concert in Toronto, but show was canceled due to COVID. Then got tickets to the Wild Hearts tour. I was late to the show, and I was standing and listened to, it was Sharon Van Halen, and I keep forgetting, I don't remember the second person, but so we get there, and I'm vibing, I'm like, this is so great. And then the second person came on, I was like, cool, like, I don't know any of your music, but like, this is great. And then I was like, okay, Julien's on. And I, like, a path opened up to the stage, and I was like, you know, like the bright light of God just being like, walk forward, like, you're gonna be serenaded finally by Julien Baker. It's going to be a beautiful experience. And then a security guard was like, exits this way. I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean the exit's this way? What do you mean the exit's this way? And we had to leave. The show was over. She opened, and I missed her. And you know, it was a beautiful day, and I was like, it just wasn't the time, you know, it just wasn't the time. That's okay. Went home, it was fine. And then fast forward to, God, 2 years ago now. She went on tour with Boy Genius, and they stopped in Toronto, and they were playing their show on the summer solstice, June 21st, 2024. 2023. June 21st of 60323. And I was like, if I go to Toronto, I am going to deliver this baby on the solstice in a tent at a Boy Genius concert. Rockstar, right? Rockstar. But I ultimately decided not to. I was like, I just don't know if I want that to be my world. So I unfortunately said no to the opportunity of driving to Toronto. I ended up giving birth 5 days later at home. So timing happens whenever it does. And so here we are. 10:02:24 33. I have tickets 2 nights in a row to see Julien Baker. And I had the thought of using that money to pay for accommodations in Toronto and train tickets to Toronto, and I wanted, and I was just thinking, and food in Toronto, and just taking that offering and just doing something rock star with it.